The end of summer brings many things. It starts to get cooler, the leaves begin to change, the days grow shorter. All things I will never see because it involves going outside and I'm making videos about anime. The most important thing the end of summer brings is now being able to binge all of the summer anime that are wrapping up. So if you're someone who likes to binge watch, your time has finally arrived and I got you. Here are the anime worth binging from the 2022 summer season. Okay, look, Call of the Night, I know it looks good, but man, that's a whole other streaming service with, the economy the way it is. I just don't know if I can.
Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers.
Nope. I'm remaining strong, guys. I can't give in. The inflation, guys, You're not getting my money that easy, High Dive. It's not happening. Just because you got a petite alt vampire girl that looks like they'll ruin my life, that doesn't mean that I need it! Guys, that's okay. Made in Abyss is also on High Dive, so that's why I'm doing it. I promise, guys, promise. So Call of the Night is about a guy that's ditching school to wander around at night. He meets a girl named Nazuna, who turns out is a vampire. He then decides, for whatever reason, that he also wants to be a vampire. The catch is, in this world, you have to be in love with the vampire that bites you. That is how you become a vampire. Thank God it wasn't me, or this would be a one-episode anime. This is a mostly chill, character-driven show. The comedy has its moments, but at least for me, it does a really good job making me feel a very specific feeling, a very specific nostalgia. Reminds me of how I felt doing dumb shit late at night with my friends in high school. No serious worries, figuring out life shit, driving around throwing bananas at street signs. Did you guys not do that? Look, it was one time. Well, two if you also count watermelons. Anyway, something that really stuck out to me was the way they used the colors in some of these scenes. Those blues and purples and all the stars in the background. I've caught myself multiple times sitting there, just looking at the pretty colors, mouth agape like some kind of moron, just totally mesmerized. To me, this is the type of show that's better for binging than watching weekly. This isn't a hyped, edge-of-your-seat anime. I never really thought too much about it in between sessions of watching it, but it's always super enjoyable when you're there and in the moment. I actually would let it build up and would watch in about 4 to 5 episode stretches during the season. It won't be for everyone. In fact, if you need a lot of action, suspense, or drama all the time, it might not be for you. But I think most people that like anime will find something that they like from Call of the Night. Do you want to watch anime girls shoot people with guns and leave you feeling all nice inside immediately afterward? Well, you're in luck. The course Recoil is set in Japan, where the terrorist attack levels are virtually non-existent compared to the rest of the world. This is because of an agency of secret assassin schoolgirls that are called Lycoris, that show up with guns and fucking light people up. Takina, the main character, is kicked out of the agency and finds herself working at the Liko Rico Cafe with one of the top Lycoris, Chisato, and learns to enjoy more than being an assassin. It's a cliche thing to say, but I think there is something for all types of anime fans in this show. It is just so enjoyable, all the characters are likable, the action scenes are cool. I mean, these girls just go fucking nuts, man. It's like they're trying to get a nuke in Modern Warfare 2 or something.
Tactical nuke incoming!
This is absolutely my favorite new show this season. Watch it, you won't be disappointed, and if you are, then get baited, I guess. Engage Kiss. This is an anime I particularly enjoyed that others did not. I even did a video about it being the most underrated anime this season, and I still stand by that. I do believe it's the most underrated. Engage Kiss does not start well. Its opening is far and away its biggest, most glaring flaw. But man, when it gets going, it just becomes entertaining. A deadbeat demon hunter, his demon tsundere side piece, and his ex-girlfriend all work together in defeating demons. I'm not going to go too much into the plot because, frankly, I think some of the dumb plot point reveals were some of the best things in that show to me, just because I went in blind. The fights are good, it really figures itself out around episode 3, I think, and it does some goofy, over-the-top things out of nowhere. It's honestly my favorite part of the entire anime. It's a good show to binge if you're the kind of person who likes to just sit back and enjoy the ride. If If you're the type to really analyze and pick things apart and dumb shit bothers you with plots and everything like that, it very well could not be for you. So, like I said, the beginning is the biggest issue with this show. So real quick, scumbag dude, borrowing money from ex, obsessed girl, ex-girlfriend. There you go. Now, if you watch it, skip 8 minutes into the first episode and enjoy. Have you ever wondered what it'd be like if Walter White didn't get cancer and started making meth, but instead died of exhaustion, got isekai'd to be a little boy who has magic health vision, who can conjure drugs that he knows the molecular structure of? Well, shit, brother, your prayers have been answered. It is here, and it's called Parallel World Pharmacy. This is a good anime to scratch that isekai itch, but instead of a demon lord, the enemy is the biggest demons of all, disease and the healthcare system. This is one for us in the good old US of A, brother. All it needs is for Farmer to crack a Bud Light and turn his wand into an M4, and my god, it's the most American power fantasy of all time. Jokes aside, it's a good isekai with a standard overpowered protagonist that has a nice little twist on it. He goes around healing people, trying to do good, and providing healthcare to everyone. It's a nice show to binge and feel good if you specifically enjoy isekais, but the twist is different enough so it doesn't just feel like a copy-pasted, I got reincarnated in another world and I'm super powerful, but if I don't defeat the demon lord, I won't pass freshman year kind of thing. So now, before we get to some of the sequels that are airing this season, I'd like to present some of the honorable mentions I wanted to add in for one reason or another. The first is Isekai Oji-san, stuck in multiple unfortunate production situations. It's apparently delayed and is going to be re-aired later once it's completed. Hopefully it makes it on the other side of the issues, all good. Funny show, very anime meta humor. It's about a guy who comes back from being isekai'd and tries to assimilate back to normal life, all while mourning the absolute state of Sega. Quite a few episodes are up on Netflix already. I think it's up to 7. It is worth watching, but can't be binged at this time because of the whole thing going on, and hopefully it will be at a later point in time. The other honorable mention is Harem in the Labyrinth of Another World. Now why? I mean, just listen to the name and you know why, because it's the uncensored titty anime, baby! Woo! Or at least it is if you can find it. It's not on Crunchyroll, but it does exist. The tales, the legends are in fact true. Finding it is just part of the adventure. You want your anime titties? Well, you're just gonna have to work for them. The censored version does exist on Crunchyroll and Verve as well, but yeah, you know. So yeah, this story sucks ass. A dude gets isekai'd, goes into a town, meets a slave trader where he buys and sells sex slaves. The dude is looking to buy, but is told he'll need more money. He eventually starts killing bandits and then goes into my favorite part where he starts dealing with the realization that he just killed a bunch of people, but then shakes it off and is like, "Don't you see I had to? I had no other choice. If I hadn't killed them, I wouldn't get to buy the sex slave I thought was hot." But hey, the plot's not what you're signing up for, so get rid of the plot, it's pretty good. All right, now time to get on to the sequels. 2017. The world received the most important piece of entertainment. Hell, maybe the most important thing to ever grace this earth. Fortnite. Also, the day after the Battle Royale was released was when the last episode of Classroom of the Elite aired. All those victory royales later, we finally get to get back on the damn boat. Classroom of the Elite is about a school where a class's academic performance is rewarded with points. These points are to be used like money and can buy anything at the school. If you like Battle of Wits with plenty, you activated my trap card moments, you'll enjoy this show. If you haven't watched the first season, it's one of those high school anime where there are a ton of characters, so it helps to binge because they'll refer to someone and, well...
Who are you people?
I mean, that can still happen if you binge it too. It gets a lot of flack because people who read the light novel didn't all like the adaptation, but as an anime-only viewer, I think it's still very entertaining. So if you haven't heard of Overlord, that's pretty impressive at this point. A player of an MMO that's finally shutting its servers down becomes trapped in their character and then lives in that world. A scenario I'm sure many people have thought about. I mean, I have, mainly being that World of Warcraft would get shut down. I mean, old boy has been doing so hot for, hell, a decade now. So he enters his character and is significantly overpowered compared to really anything in the world and tries to start building up a name to find any other players that may have entered the world as well. Season 4 is currently the one airing now, so it's going to be quite a lot to binge if you haven't seen any of it before. The current season, I think, is one of the better ones. It actually is my favorite since the first. I think they established some cool stuff in the world that I thought was more interesting than the last 2 seasons. It's a fun isekai with an overpowered main character and some interesting CGI. And now the last anime that I'm going to give you that is worth binging is Made in Abyss. Made in Abyss is frankly amazing. I don't even want to give anything away in case someone doesn't know about it. Just watch it. The world is magical, and yes, it is kind of cutesy looking, but there are parts that are just rough and gruesome. You honestly won't want to stop watching. Real quick, for the view order, it is either watch all of the movies and then the new season, or season 1, movie 3, and then the new season. Season 1, all of the movies, and season 2 are all on High Dive, so you can watch it all in the same place. If ratings are your thing, or like my anime list, if you look at it, honestly, it gets the ratings it does for a reason. All right, those are the summer anime worth binging. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Is there any I missed? Is there any that you thought that were not worth binging that I put in there? Let me know. And be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. All right, thanks guys.